Hey, what's going on everybody, and welcome back to another Ready or Not video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new cinematic posted by Void Interactive. We are going to be getting a brand new Ready or Not map based around a live streaming swatting incident. Now, they've also announced the release of 1.0. They aren't saying when this is going to be released. However, this map will be releasing upon the full game release. Now, I am just assuming here because they've released this new cinematic and they've done something similar like this in the past that we might be getting this update sooner rather than later, but again, this is just speculation. We have no idea at this point. So the new streamer map is going to be based around a swatting incident, like I said, which lands a live streamer in prison for an illegal Bitcoin farm. An anonymous caller told authorities via 911 that the streamer is planning to kill his mother and his brother and also plans to take hostages. SWAT conducts a search based on the call that was reported, taking the streamer into custody whilst also stumbling upon the illegal Bitcoin farm. If you haven't seen it already, check it out here. I'm going to go ahead and play it for you guys. Now, I do think it is rather authentic, and I think it's an awesome idea for them to bring a map like this into the game. And we do have a few maps that are more real-world feeling, that it kind of have like that idea of, okay, there's not going to be 10 suspects in every single building that we're clearing. So I think bringing a swatting incident, an incident like this that is, it could happen in the real world, and it has happened in the real world, it makes it feel more like a law enforcement type of game. And it's not just about breaching every door and throwing in flashbangs and taking down 2 or 3 bad guys. In the real world, SWAT teams usually deal with incidents like this, or incidents, you know, kind of similar, with every call not being a gang shootout or a drug raid. There are other types of incidents, and for the most part, these incidents will be resolved without a single round being fired. Now, as much as I enjoy seeing this new cinematic, and this cinematic does look phenomenal, they did a really good job with this. I'd honestly be happy if they did a cinematic for, especially in the single player mode, maybe not in co-op, but in the single player mode, if they gave us like a cinematic at the beginning or the end of like a mission, I think that would be really cool, and it would kind of make me more immersed into the game. But we'll just have to see. But either way, with the new cinematic, I'm glad to hear the announcement of 1.0, even though we don't have a date just yet. But I'm still rather skeptical to see as to what they plan on doing in the future. And we haven't received any actual release window, like I said, and I've been told by a buddy that they did say in a newsletter, they mentioned the update would be towards the end of this year. And to be honest with you, I don't think they would plan on releasing any smaller updates if that's the case. And they're just going to be releasing everything with 1.0, which could be months from now. And again, I wouldn't be surprised. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if it took them a year to get everything done and finished, a year from the ATOM update, because the last update was in last December. Now, however, many might disagree and they might agree as well. And I personally think they would retain a lot of players as well as gain new players with consistent updates rather than waiting and holding off for a big release. When the game first released into early access, I don't know how many of you were around at that time, but Ready or Not got new updates like every single month or every other month. And from then on, the updates started to get a bit more further and further apart. And it's gotten to the point now where we haven't seen any updates in half a year. It's been 7 months since the last Ready or Not update, which was the ATOM update. And a lot of players have been incredibly concerned, especially considering how much money a lot of us have spent on the Supporter Edition. The whole idea behind the Supporter Edition was to get sneak peeks at upcoming patches and getting updates before the full update actually came out for everybody else, the non-Supporter Edition owners. So not having an update for multiple months at a time is certainly concerning, or at least it is for me, and I couldn't see why anyone would disagree with that. I would also love to see Void Interactive post more announcements based around the progress of the game. We really haven't gotten much at all. The best thing we've seen so far is the new police station, which I've shared in a previous video. If you want to check that out, you can check that out on my channel. But where are the SWAT AI, the new SWAT AI systems? What about the maps that were showcased a year ago without any type of announcement since then? So there's a lot of us in the dark with this, and some people have told me like, hey, just let them do their thing. They don't need to be giving us announcements, you know, every month about what's going on. And I have to disagree with that. I think that Void Interactive, I think the development team would benefit from continuing to give us updates, keeping players in the loop, keeping players playing the game, keeping everybody interested. Because right now there's a lot of people that are unhappy, and there's a lot of people that are sort of saying the game is dead and that they haven't been really playing the game because there's not really much going on. Either way, with concerns aside, Ready or Not will definitely still be the best tactical shooter available on the market, and I certainly hope that the release of 1.0 blows everyone out of the water. Otherwise, we're going to have some seriously unhappy individuals. But we'll just have to see. This probably won't be the last time I make a video like this talking about the future of the game. But either way, hopefully it doesn't take quite too much longer for them to get the 1.0 released. But if they do choose to do smaller updates in the meantime, I think that would be the most beneficial for the community. Either way, that's going to be everything to go off of here. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this video. What do you guys think about my opinions with them deciding to do a full 1.0 release, if that's what they decide to do? Again, we haven't really gotten much news. All we know is that this new map will be coming with 1.0. I'd also be curious to hear what you guys think about the new streamer map. Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this is a waste of their resources and a waste of their time? Or do you think it's a cool idea that they're adding more realistic and real-world police feel to this game that certainly needs it, in my opinion? But either way, let me know down in the comments. That is going to be everything, guys. Thank you guys so much again for sticking to the end, and we'll see you in the next video.